Well, good morning, everyone. This is Meg's Little House in the Country, and it's 7 a.m. I still got a few things in the house to do before we can get started outside. First of all, I would like to thank everybody for their prayers. I do believe in prayers working, and it helps. I do have a twinge in my side every time I take a deep breath, so I need to work on that. I've not been doing my deep breathing exercises like I should be. Yeah, but I am trying to avoid heavy lifting at work as much as possible. And, yeah, gonna have a little more time in the mornings right now because currently they've got me on a 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. schedule. Yeah. Anyways, this morning, my cats alerted me to the fact that we, caught a mouse in our little live trap. So we're going to take him outside and let him go in the back field. Yeah. This trap has just worked wonders, and the cats usually will let me know when there's a mouse in the trap, which is great. Rosie was hovering over the trap all morning, so I figured there was probably a mouse in there. So we'll get it emptied, and we'll take him out and let him go out into the sugar beet field. And yeah, well, and I lost my train of thought. I'll let him go out in the sugar beet field. Come along. All right. We'll take the little Mr. Mouse there, or Miss Mouse, I can't tell. I don't even try to tell. And we're gonna head out back here and get it all and here we go. It's nice out here this early in the morning. It's still threatening to rain. The actual percentage is very low from that storm that blew in rather violently yesterday evening. Yeah. So here we are, edge of the field, nice thick brush. Perfect for letting mice go. Okay, let's see if I can hold this with my knees. And okay, there you go, you're free. There he goes. He's gonna take off. There's nice thick grass for cover. And he can go off and live in the sugar beet field. Okay. And there, we let the little guy go. Hopefully he won't come back to the house. It is a long trip. Can't keep the mice from coming in the house, but I can at least let them go. I really hate using the snap traps. Oh, I think the pumpkins and sunflowers are well watered, so I probably should turn off the water while I'm out here. May come out and pick some cherries once I'm dressed for the day. Oh, here we go. Got the water off. Sorry, all of a sudden got hiccups. Oh boy. Oh, it's pretty out here this morning. First I've been out here. 7 a.m., so there's not too much traffic along the road. Everybody is looking good out here. Yeah. There, these are looking great. Gonna have to move some of these nasturtium vines a little bit. Just scoot them over just a little. There we go. Give my squash plenty of room to take over. Yeah, this one that I planted here is my white zucchini. Got a nice little grouping of marigolds that I've been meaning to transplant to the edge. Oh, a lot of things I've been meaning to do. But yeah, zucchinis are getting big enough now, at least 2 of them, that I can just set them free. Still don't know what this is. Might have to get on one of those plant apps and take a picture and figure out what I got growing here, because I definitely think this is not cucumber. So I'll have to get a plant app and see what we got growing here and see if I need to yank it out or not. Anyways, thank you for coming out with me as I release the moose. We had a little color this morning at dawn, mostly because everything is very cloudy. So there was some color coming through the clouds. Gotta get everybody here watered. They're all dry. Got up in probably close to 98. 99 yesterday, and then the storm blew in and temperatures dropped down to about 87, but it still felt hot because the humidity levels went up and it got a little muggy, but no rain, though I did feel 1 or 2 drops when I was at my mother's after work. I may have to just start leaving early and check on her in the mornings. Yep. Birds have been picking the cherries, and when they find that they're not ripe, what do you think they do? They dump them on the ground. So we end up with lots of cherries all over the ground. Of course, with the winds we had yesterday, a lot of these could have gotten blown off by the wind. But generally, when the birds land and take off on the branches, it usually dislodges cherries. I keep calling these berries. I have for years, mostly because they're like berries. You know, they're very small. If you make jams or jellies out of them, you actually have to strain the seeds out. The pits, I mean, because they're very small. But Nanking cherries were long times by the pioneers who spread them all over the western United States, used as pie cherries because they're a little tart. And they are perfect to use in pies if you want to take the time to process them and strain out the seeds. Because you see, the pits are almost as big as the cherry itself. And they're so tiny, they don't make a cherry pitter that will process a Nanking cherry and still leave it a whole cherry. So it's hard to find anybody who wants to take them. Up, yeah, here we go. Got a tree branch from one of the elms. Oh, tree branch from one of the elms. I guess I'm not done picking up tree branches either. Oh. Anyways, good morning again, everyone, And I hope you have a great day, and we'll be back out in a little bit when I'm dressed. And I still got a few indoor things to do. I gotta get my hamburger patties made and in the freezer, and yeah, and then we can come out. I got the sausage patties made. They're in the freezer freezing. And we'll be back out in a minute. Well, I come outside the front door. Got lots of little tree seeds. All these elm seeds that are still in here that I wasn't able to get raked out. Yep, they are sprouting. So I still need to finish cleaning out this area. Uprooting all these little tree seeds. Tree seedlings, I should say. And get them get them all out, because I want to put flower seeds in there and just water them and see what I get this year. I think flower seeds would look a whole lot better than tree seeds. Oh boy, so many sticks. I'm just picking up the ones I really don't want to go over with my lawnmower. Anything else, any tiny little twigs, go over to the lawnmower or just chop them up. But some of these bigger ones will leave too big of chunks of wood on the ground, and those will take way too long to decompose. Especially if I can ever get more soils and stuff in here, organic matter, and get branch hanging out of there. I've got to find a way to get that broken branch out. Anyway, so great. We got people's garbage. Still picking up sticks. I picked up a whole ton yesterday. I obviously did not get all of them. Oh boy. Still doing yard cleanup after the windstorm we had. Yeah. Still doing yard cleanup. Okay. Need to get a hose going on the backyard in the dry spots. So, I mean, we may get rain on Friday. I think we are right now at about a 50% chance, which would be okay. So I need to find my sprinkler. We'll start back here. Let's see, which one do I want? And I think we'll go with this one because it does have a quick connect on the end. And we're going to start spot watering all the dry spots on the lawn. Like this big one right here. Get that big dry spot. Straighten out this hose a little. Get it connected up here. Got sticks around here I gotta pick up too. Alright. This isn't easy, you know, doing this with one hand. So much easier to do it with two hands. Come on. You can go together. Oh boy. Really is easier. There we go. See? Told you. Much easier with two hands. Oh. Pick up sticks. Alright, there we go. And turn on the water. There we go. Got a sprinkler going. And I got more sticks for the brush pile. And this is just my daily life. I need to go get a chair and pick some cherries out of the cherry tree. Hopefully I can get tall enough with just a chair. They just keep ripening up. I sent a big bag with my mother-in-law home, and I told him, don't worry, I got just as many I still need to get out. Okay, let's try the kitchen chair. Good old kitchen chair. Move! Use this good old kitchen chair for a lot of things. I had it outside when I was painting my house back in 2003. Still got paint on it. Okay, folks. And I gotta go get my bucket for my cherries. Still got a few cherries down the bottom because I picked some last night, but we'll fill this bucket up. Move, kitties. Yep, move, kitties. Okay. Alright. Alright. And we'll go out here and see what I can do to pick some cherries. That bag has gotten really lopsided on this tree, and I had it on even. But anyways, I'll set you up and you can all watch me pick cherries. That is how I pick my cherries. I actually used a stick to get some that were way up at the very, very, very top. There was a very top branch way up there, and I just could not reach them, and they were huge. But yeah, we now got ourselves another bucket full of cherries. Yeah, I mean, geez, just out of my reach. And look at that. Hey, let's go do a size comparison. Then I'll get the kitchen chair back in the kitchen. Size comparison here. And yes, I've got to get a sprinklers going in the front yard. It's drying out too. We're going to go over here. I'm going to pick a ripe, find a nice ripe Nanking cherry. They're still not fully ripe, but there's a few of them that are starting to get ripe. And yes, I've watered. See the hose going up? And but here and there we've got a few that are actually ripe enough to pick. So let's see if we can find one that's fully ripe. And about as big as a Nanking cherry is going to get. This is a good one. This is Nanking cherry. This is your average size Rainier cherry. Look at the difference. Both of them ripe. Both of them tasty. But one of them is easy to run through a pitter and pit, and the other one will just run through the pitter. It's about the size of the pit in this one. So there you go. They are tiny. A lot of work processing, but apparently our pioneer ancestors thought it was worth the effort. And they planted these things everywhere. And I got 3 bushes. This bush and that bush tend to have much smaller berries, cherries, but then I don't water them as heavily as I water the big bush. So, yep. I'm going to take the cherries in. I'm going to get my kitchen chair in. And I will be right back. Okay, I got my sausage patties in. I think I mentioned I did that earlier. And I just finished doing my hamburger patties. They'll all freeze, and then I'll put them in freezer bags like this. And yeah, I'll have my meat all fixed up for the week. I got my shake for lunch today. Is in the freezer cooling because I did not make it last night and get it in the fridge. I really need to make them the night before and just put them in the fridge. Oh boy. Anyways, these morning indoor chores are done. Now, I'm gonna head back out and get sprinklers going. We had a hot day yesterday. It got up in the mid-90s, then the storm blew in, and then it dropped down to the 80s, and never really cooled off a whole lot yesterday or last night. Well, I came out here to check on my sunflowers and ended up weeding a small strip in front of them. This I mowed down very short. It is already about 6 inches long. So I think tonight when I'll drag the mower out here again and take this down super short. I got this annual goosegrass here, and this stuff just grows so fast. It's also got those Velcro, long Velcro-like seed heads that get several inches long. Teeny tiny seeds with little hooks on them, and they just hook into you. Yeah. So, got a little cherry picking done, got a little weeding done. Just a little extra chores in the morning since they've got me on a 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift at work now. A little bit's my fault because I would let time get away from me A couple times I did set an alarm at 5 p.m. to go off to remind me to clock out and go home. But I got too much overtime this last pay period. Not that I don't need it, but they don't like paying anybody overtime. So, yeah. So now I'm on, I get my 8 hours in, going at 10, work till 6, and we close at 6. So when the lights start going out, it'll be time to say, hey, Meg, go home. We're closing. I'll have no excuse then not to be getting, accidentally getting overtime. And it was accidentally. It was not on purpose. So, anyways, I gotta see what I need to get ready. Oh, I gotta get my pots watered over there. They all need to be watered. Haven't gotten any pots watered yet. So I better go and get all those pots watered. I'll be back in a minute. Oh boy. It's a little dark it's only about 8:15. Sunset isn't till 9 o'clock, so not another 45 minutes. Oh, good evening, everyone. I got home late, yes. I probably could have been home by 6:30 if I only spent like a minute at my mother's. But I wanted to show her something. And I will post it at the end of this video. The mechanic who is working on my car discovered what was really wrong and why my air conditioner didn't work too well and why my heater didn't put out as much heat as it should have been. Yeah, that was something. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the text he sent me, and I will post up the pictures that he sent me. My car's got problems. It's got problems. Way more problems than a car. It's only got like 130,000 miles on it. My truck is 2 years older than my car. My truck has over 200,000 miles. Never had a problem with the heating. Never had a problem with the air conditioner. However, my car, which when I got it, it had like 110,000 miles. I've only put about 20,000 miles on it. It's got a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So yeah, the heater core has problems. The evaporator core has problems. It's all torn apart. Oh my! I mean, the dash is gone and everything. It's just all open to the. It's torn apart, and it's a mess. And I've had a bug try to land on me. But yeah, I'll post those pictures. Let you see what he sent me. I'm really super grateful to my neighbor who is actually paying for this car repair. We thought it would be simple, just replace a couple hoses and presto, and another part, and I would have working air conditioning and the heater would work better. No. Yep. There are leaks, like big leaks. Heater core has a leak. It's been leaking coolant inside my car. And the evaporator core has a leak, and that has to be replaced. So there is a part on order. It'll get here next Tuesday, and hopefully by the following weekend he will have my car put back together. Oh boy. The things, sometimes I wish I could afford a new car, but if I could afford a new car, I wouldn't be always asking for Etsy orders and always posting my Etsy shop and saying people, hey, great gifts here. They are. They're great gifts. And I work hard on them. But it would be nice to be a little more financially secure. Okay. I gotta drag my soaker hose. Okay, there we go. Checking. Nope. Nothing more. I was just checking to see if my little ground cherries had dropped me any more presents, but they haven't. But they got more blossoms on, which means I've got more ground cherries coming. And this plant has put on some growth. And this plant, yeah, they're all starting to put on a little more growth, which is good. You know, ground cherries are supposed to, literally these 4 plants should have taken over this whole area. And they haven't. Of course, this should be taking over this whole area, and it hasn't. But my squashes are growing. Look at this. See how big they're getting? They're getting bigger. This one is getting bigger. They are doing great. I'm going to have squash. This time next month, they're going to completely have filled in these areas. This whole bed should be almost filled in except for this spot. I'll have a big blank spot here where there isn't anything because those seeds, let's see, 5 seeds put in that area and not a single one of them sprouted. I'm just going to have to get rid of the rest of them. They're no good. Oh boy. But yes, everything's looking good. Just got a big dark cloud overhead. But hopefully, since there is a break in the clouds down below around 9 o'clock, I can come out here and get a nice sunset video for y'all. And remember, you have to go past the ending, my ending credit, where it tells you to like, subscribe, and share, and ring the notification bell. And then you'll see the pictures and the text that explains exactly what is going on with my car. Oh boy. Yeah. Just need to crumble some of this a little more around you. I think I need to just work this into the soil, all this, the fertilizer, so it's not sitting on top. I think it just needs to be worked in a little more. But anyways, tomatoes are doing good. Whoops, there we go. Need to stay inside your cage. I got blossoms. Hopefully I'll have tomatoes soon. My peas are growing. Oh look, I got a few more sprouted. I didn't think any more would sprout, but I got another sprout. And come here, little pea. We gotta weave you in and out. There we go. Look at my peas. They're so adorable when they're tiny. Hopefully in a few more weeks we will have lots of peas. The last couple of years my peas have just been growing huge and literally taking over. And let's see if we can get you up and tuck you in. There you go. Now you can start vining. Yeah. Hopefully this will help them all to grow big and tall. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, last year, if you remember, in fact, last year and the year before, they've literally gotten almost a foot taller than this fence and have ended up falling over and grabbing hold and climbing over the top of my tomato cages. Oh, should actually planted these tomatoes a little closer to that edge and a little farther away from this. But yeah, I was a little late getting my peas started, but they're growing. We'll still get peas. After all, this is the frozen north, and peas do well and will flourish all summer long, even though it gets hot, and they're basically a cool weather crop. That's because we still get cool nights, even though we get super hot days. And I am still picking up sticks. Oh, let's see. These tomatoes are doing good. This one is doing good. Oh, the other one, I don't know if it's going to live or not. I mean, it's getting the same amount of water, same amount of fertilizer, but look at that poor thing. I don't know if that one's going to live. But this one's doing well. This one is not only doing well, it's got a baby. So, yep, everybody's doing good. I'm just waiting. But I'm so excited. I got blossoms all over. And you're sneaking out into somebody else's cage. Here, just prop yourself up on these. You trying to visit your neighbor there. Okay. And I've got to get you a longer stake. I've got taller ones. This one needs a taller stake too. It needs to be staked up taller. The ones in the middle that don't have support cages do need to be staked up a little taller. So, yep, they do. Yeah, just looking, I think my melons have flowers. I think my melons have flowers on them. Let's see. Woo, yep, there's a flower. And I think I saw another one. Yep, there's a flower. As usual, the first flowers are generally going to be male. Yep, they're male. And I saw a few more little buds. Oh, I need to come out and harvest the chives. In fact, I'm starting to get chive seeds all over the ground here. Ooh. Yep, I've got to harvest the seeds. Oh boy. Or I'm going to have chives coming up in my lawn. Yeah, time to come out and harvest seeds. So, hope y'all have a great week so far. My week has been interesting. So, today was very busy at work, but I got a little more of the children's. Still not done in the Marine Center, but I gotta wait for some slat wall to get put up, and that's takes more than one person to do. That stuff's heavy. So right now I am just waiting so I can get finished in the Marine Center, and meanwhile I'm working on the kids area, and I've got quite a bit done there. Got some more shelving put up so I can get busy loading shelves tomorrow. And look how big my pumpkins are getting. They are just getting huge. They're going to be crawling out in a minute. I think it's really funny that this variety of pumpkin here that I planted in this row, every single one of the leaves, every single plant has this variegation on the leaves, and they're patterned, and they're all like that. And I'm going, what did I plant here? I kind of forgot what I planted, and unfortunately it's, what was that? Is that fairy tale? Okay, this is the fairy tale pumpkin. But look at those leaves. None of the others have that, just the fairy tales. That is an interesting pattern on the leaf. The leaves have these variegated leaves. That is going to look so cool in the garden. And yes, I got to get to the raspberries. They have gotten very weedy. So I'm going to have to start weeding the raspberries. I'm going to have to just pick a day and spend several hours just weeding the raspberries. I'm going to get my stirrup hoe and come back through pumpkin patch here. Do some weeding. Now see, this is nasty, nasty seed heads. They're like Velcro. I hate them. That's why I don't like this plant, this grass. And I've checked it and it's called goosegrass. But see how it is? And that stuff just winds in your clothing. And it came in with some, I never had it before. I got some leaves for mulch. And ever since then, I've had this goosegrass. I've been battling it in my garden every single year. So I'm doing my best to keep it down this year. So as little as possible goes to seed. I realize once the pumpkin patch is full of vines, I won't be able to pull this stuff up and let it go to mulch. And some of it will go to seed. But for right now, I yank up what I can. Let's see, here's the little ones. But it's really tough because they like to sink their roots in good and deep. But yeah, I don't want that stuff going to seed in here. It's been a battle. At least the sunflowers look like they're doing okay. I think they're a little happier now that I've weeded them. They get all the goodness. And this is another reason why I like to put lawn clippings down, because it does help with the weed control. But okay. And apparently we are going to be open on the 4th. So I will be home Saturday. I will work Friday and be home Saturday. And then I can mow and weed, and that's what we're doing, is mowing and weeding. I gotta tackle the raspberries, and I gotta get the lawn mowed. And I know I have raspberries in there. I've been keeping everything wet and watered, so I know they're growing. I got plants growing. But I gotta get the weeds out so we can see what exactly is going on with all my berry plants. See? There we are. Besides, I don't want spindly canes because they're trying to fight to get through all this. Oh boy, it never ends. It never ends. Next year I will get some, hopefully March will be fairly warm and I can dig up some bare root plants for my mom. And I can plant them in there and increase my raspberry plants, and have a really, by the year after next, I should have a really good fruitful raspberry patch. All right. Well, we've been rambling on for nearly 20 minutes, and I've showed you everything. My little lawn is come in. Just remember, just a couple months ago, this was bare dirt. And now I've got lawn. And it's really growing great. It's getting nice and soft and thick. Ooh, it's so fun to put my toes in. Well, I'll come back about 9. We'll catch a sunset, and then I think I'll get those pictures and everything so you can see what's going on with my car. Remember, it'll be at the very end of the video. So I'll talk to y'all later, folks. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Oh, I love my new lawn.